everybody, it's time for the last race of the Mature Racing Club Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, the Elite 2 lobby. Just give you a bit of an update. The two guys dueling it out for the championship at the minute, which are the Dondosa, you see about that, and Fabuki, whose car is well hidden. The championship actually did get secured at Blue Moon Bay. I've done the working out. Fabuki at the end of that one was on 185 points, and the Dondota on 162. So with there being a 23-point difference, even if Fabuki doesn't finish the race and the Dondota wins, there's still sort of a 3-point gap between them. So Fabuki got the title wrapped up at Blue Moon Bay, so well done to him. Even with the Dondota winning it, he did everything he could in the race. Interestingly enough, it was Fabuki's overtake on the second to last corner that sealed it. Because he finished where he did. If he finished the 2 places back that he was after the pit stop, he would have had to have sealed it here, and it would have been a bit more of a challenge. But alas, this one now is just for fun, so let's get underway. Because the guys may not have known that at the time. So it's a reverse grid, of course, so we're going to see Chris Mack get away. He's in the Subaru, so we'll get away really well. That thing will heat itself on the start line, and everyone is away cleanly. A couple of cars dropping back that don't start as well. Dixon and the 4x4 Lamborghini beat one of them. Chris Mack's leading away quite well. We see P go quite wide down into turn 1. It all gets really close now as you come into the first chicane. A quick right, then a left, then straight into a hairpin. You see P and the Alfa Romeo just in the back there, getting a little bit sideways. Shadowhunter and Dixon fighting out for 4th at the minute. And then we've got Fabuki and the likes trying to come through the back. Oh, Shadowhunter just dips a wheel onto the... Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Let's just jump on board with him. So we're on Mr. Shadowhunter's roof cam. So Dixon did open the door, and yeah, just that little bit of contact, then a dip on the grass sealed his fate. Chris Mack coming under pressure from Thundercat in the Renault Megane. Just gives Chris Mack a little bit of a tap under braking, but he himself gets off the gas to let him through. Reroll 72 man doing a good job at 3rd with Dixon at 4th now, sort of unchallenged. Shadowhunter's got P behind him, but P's coming under pressure from Shell Shock in the NSX. Side by side behind, we've got Dondota and Audi Ferry. Audi Ferry could seal promotion in this race. He was 5th in the championship coming into it. He could sneak himself up to 4th. Oh, he's not going to get that though, doing that. I think he only needs to finish above someone, I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. Dajku running in 9th in the Subaru, he's doing a good job. Dondota and Fabuki pretty much side by side in the same car. Oh, a little bit, there's a lot of contact in this one. Let's just see what happened. I think P was already a lot of chaos happening behind. Let's just go on board with P. So yeah, he goes a little bit too late, he goes a little bit wide. Just a mistake there by one of them. P's back underway, so is the Dondota. Well, really going to mix things up now then. The field's still being led away by Chris Mack. Chris Mack is coming under pressure by Thundercat though. He hasn't done one lap yet. It's a very long lap here at Kyoto Driving Park. This is the backwards version, the reverse layout of the Yamagiwa Miyabi circuit, so the combined one, so probably the longest circuit that this track can ever offer. Dixon just sends it up the inside of Chris Mack there. He's lost 2 places in that S's section. As we just see Reroll 72 man and Shell Shock go side by side. Chris Mack just ran it wide, very careful on his track re-entry, so very sensible of Chris Mack there. He's just going to rejoin in 5th place. Meanwhile, Shell Shock does come under pressure from Reroll 72 man. We saw Dixon up ahead, just look for the move on Thundercat. It wasn't quite on though. Just keep an eye on this battle for the lead then. trying to go the long way around or go for the cutback. The cutback's what he went for. The Lamborghini's got really good grip, and the GAN has been nerfed a little bit lately. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but it's had a load of weight added to it, about 100 kilo. So it's a lot heavier, more cumbersome than it once was. So Thundercat really struggling with that. Dixon has got himself up into the lead of the race now. Shellshock in third in the NSX. He just seems to get the most out of that NSX. Real 72 man running fourth at the minute, still keeping with that train. So is Chris Mack. Fabuki's just latching onto the back of that. And the tail end of this pack is Dejku, who's had a great start to the race, up to 7th from the back of the grid for Dejku so far. Then we've got the Don Dotter and P battling it out for 8th. You've got Shadowhunter after his lap 1 incident. He's just trying to regain what he can out of this race. And then Audi Ferry, who will sort of go off as well, or lap or so ago. So we might now see some audacious tactics. It's probably the word to use in terms of pit stop strategy and stuff. No stop was difficult here. It's quite a high deck track. You really do feel the tyre wear because you've got a lot of high load right hand corners. So you really do feel that tyre wear, especially on the front left. It's very similar to Blue Moon, so the drivers will have been accustomed to a lot of tyre wear on the one particular front corner. Now he's having to defend to Shellshock. Let's just jump on board with the American. As he chases down Thundercat for 2nd place. Looks like he's going to be in position to make a move here. He was later on the brakes. Shellshock's just a fraction later on the brakes. Just go a little bit deeper as a result. Thundercat tries to fight back on the inside, but Shellshock's just able to keep that place. He's up to 2nd now. He can get on with the job of chasing down the Lamborghini up ahead. A bit further behind. Nothing really has changed in the top 7 other than what we've just covered. P looks to be in, when your car looks like that, that typically means in Shadow was right at the back. So what's happened here? Really too short. Oh, he just went off, look. That's all that happened. He went off. A little bit of argy-bargy behind. Meanwhile, Dixon fully utilising track limits there. Trying to escape away in the Lamborghini. We've got Shellshock and Thundercat trying to chase him down. Dejku, just saw Dejku go off, overcooking just into the hairpin there. It's going to let the Don Dotter close up on him. Yeah, looks like P's resumed again. Oh wait, no. He's backwards. Bless him. The battle for 1st place really hotting up now. Dixon, despite him keeping up some really good pace in the early stages of the race, he's been chased down ferociously by Shellshock. Dixon's just gone too deep there actually now, and that's gonna let Shellshock through. He just overcooked it coming into the hairpin, and that has let the American through into 1st place. Dixon now being chased down by Thundercat, who has kept up with everybody, so he's in a good position to score some points here. Real 72 man just clinging onto the back of that group. Fabuki's now up to 5th after making his way past Dejku. Chris Mack, 6th place for Chris. He's not having a bad race so far, to be fair. It is a difficult track, this one, so he's not doing too badly. The Don Dotter up to 7th after starting near the back of the grid. He's had a bit of a fight in his hands this one, so we'll see what he can do. Dejku, as we've mentioned, has fallen back a little bit down to 8th. Audi Ferry 9th at the minute, but has built a gap to Shadowhunter, and P is just chilling, to be fair. He's P, he's right at the back, just chilling. So the race to watch for the time being is the race for 1st place. Saying that, Thundercat's had a bit of an off. What's happened to Thundercat? Why is he? Oh, we had an off there. Look at that. A couple of corners ago, Thundercat had a little bit of an off. Dropped him down behind Fabuki now. So a solid race from Fabuki. He's up to 4th. Kept his nose clean. Lapped in some good times. So he's just having set the fastest lap of the race at 27.4. So a very good pace by Fabuki shown so far. He's now hoping to get himself onto a podium position. Dixon and Shellshock are still fighting away for first, so the more these guys do that, the more it's going to bring the guys behind into play. We're only 10 minutes into this one, so very early days yet. Certainly not over by a long shot. That's not the same hairpin that Dixon made a mistake on, but he's made a mistake on that one as well. Just ran it a little bit too deep. Giving Shellshock a little bit of breathing space. Looking back from Dixon's Lamborghini, he's got a decent little gap to Rewell 72 man and Fabuki, but they are in the Megans, which will hold on to their tyres just a little bit better than the Lamborghini will do. So as we're now approaching the pit stop phase of the race, one of these boys may decide to trigger an undercut or just go for the nose stop. Dixon though is looking to make their life even easier and has run it really wide. He's going to have really dirty tyres now. Same hairpin coming up there. He made a mistake on a lap or so ago. No mistakes this time. Gets it done nice and tidy. But he has got a Renault Megane all on his backside now. Unforced errors from Dixon. He's ran it a little bit wide though as well. This S's section coming up is very difficult to overtake on. It's possible, it's quite wide, but there is really only one line through there and not straight through, so Fabuki might just have to bide his time coming through here to get a move made. T1's probably the best option. Oh, Fabuki's just dropped it. It's going to let Rewell 72 man through. So the pressure's off Dixon a little bit now. He was really looking at risk of losing his second place there, but Fabuki's just rescuing him for the time being. Rewell 72 man's now in 3rd spot, chasing that one down. A bit further behind Thundercat, and he's had a couple of bad laps. That one especially, 34.4. So a good 4 seconds off his pace, so a mistake was made in that lap. The Don Dotter then is coming into play. Chris Mack 7th for him so far. Dejku's really dropped back. I don't know if he's pitted or what. We'll see Shadowhunter then up to 9th. Let's see if he can rescue any of his race. Let's just flip through to see if anything's happening a little bit further up. Thundercat's off again. He's having a bit of a race to forget. I'm afraid it's Thundercat. Fabuki, I can see it up ahead, up to 3rd. So let's just see what happened here. Then we'll just be able to come back and check in on Thundercat. So it's like a little bit of a mistake there. Thundercat gets himself up to 4th. And then this is just going to overcook it. Yeah, too quick. You go too fast, my friend. Just overcooks it into the hairpin. Manages to get it back up to speed, but Chris Mack's going to take advantage of that. Chris Mack actually seems to be letting him, I was just going to say, seems to be letting him just carry on him ahead. It's a very sporty Chris Mack there. So pretty much the last of the pit stops are happening now. Not everyone has pitted. The guys at the top haven't yet pitted. So I'm not looking at Don Dotter, Fabuki and Shellshock. These guys haven't pitted yet. There's a good little battle been brewing between Rewell 72 man and LD Ferry. That looks to have sorted itself out after the pit stops. And everything's kind of as it was, really. The size of the track has just led to a bit of a field spread. You can tell some people have practiced this track more than others, or just downright know the track a little bit better. It's not a commonly raced track. It's just not really used that much. For some layouts, it's just a little bit too big. GTTCC uses it quite a bit in its various forms, so we're relatively familiar with it. We ran this exact track layout a couple of seasons ago, so we know our way around here. I think that was the season with the OP Porsche, for those GTTCC racers that know what I'm on about. I think that's the season anyway, where the Porsche was, if you weren't in the Porsche, you were last. So then, we're at the 20-minute mark, closing in on the end third of the race. Shellshock doing a fantastic job in the NSX, keeping lap times nice and consistent in the 28-29s. Considering he's not stopped yet, those tyres will be starting to show signs of wear. He's coming up to lap P, who's just sat in what we call ghost mode, auto drive. So the car goes a lot slower in auto drive. Poses no risk to the other guys, so it's absolutely fine to do that. Fabuki currently holds the fastest lap of the race, and by the look of those lap times, I don't think he's pitted. Let me just have a quick look at this. Yeah, he's not pitted yet. So whether he will or not is a matter for argument. I don't think he will. I think he'll try and ride it out, given that the Don Dotto is right behind him. Don Dotto, of course, becoming the master of the no-stop. He's the Fat Pickles bro of Elite 2, put it that way. Dixon's overall probably had a good race. He's made a few unforced errors so far, which has seen him drop down the order a little bit. He's made another little one there that's cost him a few temps. But still 4th for him, so a good result. He's got a massive gap to Thundercat behind. Thundercat has pitted though. And then behind Thundercat we've got Real 72-man Chris Mack and Audi Ferry, all very close together. So this could be our on-track action. And then Shadowhunter, Adey G and P behind, all got massive spaces between them. So there's not really going to be any action hotting up there. Let's keep an eye on this though. Can see the top 4, sorry, do have a little bit of space in between them. It's not too much to watch there for the time being. I want to say all these guys have pitted, so they all do have fresh tyres on, so I'd expect now to see a little bit more performance from these guys on the fresh rubber. Indeed, Rio 72-man setting personal best sectors as he goes through probably about the first third of the track there. I suspect that these guys is Thundercat. He's got a little bit of a gap between them, a couple of seconds I think. If he keeps himself error-free, he should be okay from the assault from behind. As you just see Chris Mack get really late on the brakes there. Really close to the back of Rio 72-man. He's made a mistake. Audi Ferry tries to go for the move up the inside, but Chris Mack just manages to get himself back underway in time. Shadowhunter now he's starting to get onto the back of this. So on fresh tyres now, he's in the 29, so he's actually lapping pretty fast. So from 9th to sort of 5th is now becoming a little bit of a train. Let's check in on Fabuki and the Don Dotto, just see how they're getting on, because they were quite close. And look at that. So both these guys are non-stops. They're running the 29s and 28s. The Don Dotto just went a little bit quicker that lap than Fabuki did. Both these guys are chasing down the American. So Shellshock is running in the 230s now, but he's got a couple of seconds gap between. Oh, as we just see Fabuki go off-road. It's going to give him dirty tyres for the hairpin. The Don Dotto is going to try and make a move around the outside. Fabuki just defends it on the inside. Gets that car stopped nicely with dirty tyres. They should mostly be clean now, but the outside there turns into the inside for the next sort of double left-hander down the bottom of the hill. The Don Dotto's got that move made already. So unfortunately for Faruqi, he's lost his second place, but all is not lost yet. We've still got about 6 minutes remaining of this one. Checking in on the battle behind. Thundercat's beginning to pull away a little bit to these guys. Chris Mack got a little bit of a gap to Adey Ferry. Shadowhunter is right on the back of him though, so we'll see if Shadowhunter can make his way. Real 72-man's had an off somewhere. He's dropped down to 9th. We've missed that whilst we're recovering the action up ahead. I'm pretty sure he's happy that we haven't missed that yet. He's 6 seconds down so far in this lap alone, so a mistake's been made somewhere. Lap 11 then, just around 4 minutes to go. We're just watching the battle for 7th at the minute. This is between Adey Ferry and Shadowhunter. NSX v Megan. See that Real 72-man following up behind. These guys are chasing Thundercat down, sorry, Chris Mack down ahead. Shadowhunter goes for a little bit of a dive down there. Oh, he's got it done. Chasing to say Adey Ferry got a better one out the corner though, so he's going to come straight back at him for the long left-hander. Shadowhunter gets it nice and tight to the apex, just about holds him off. This is right at the minute the only on-track action we've got. There's little bits, there's cars close together but not really in position to make overtakes. This is where the action is right now. We're just keeping an eye on between these two. Matt's getting a good view of this in his rear view from the blue Subaru. See up ahead, Thundercat is just visible. Shell shot the Don Dotter and Dixon's still the order up ahead. Dixon actually had got past Fabuki. Looks like they're quite close. We'll go and check in on that top fight actually in just a second. Now that things have calmed down back here. Check in on that. Yeah, so Fabuki's tyres are just starting to give him a little bit of grief. I don't know if Dixon pitted. I can't remember if he did or not. See Shellshock and the Don Dot are very close up ahead. We will stick with this. We'll stick with the race without cutting right the way through to the end now. Shellshock then just have to go defensive to the Dondotter and the McGann. As we see Fabuki cook it a little bit wide and go in into the first hairpin. So the top four very close together. Well, they are all suffering with that tyre wear now. You can just see the times on the right hand side creeping down. The Dondotter still in the 29s. Some of these guys may make it over the line for another lap. They've got a minute and a half to get around the track, so some may make it. But this may be the last lap for others. So we're watching Shellshock v the Dondotter for the win. Very tense last lap here at Cairo Driving Park. American trying to, I think this would be his first win of the season if he can make it happen, but the Dondotter just throws it up the inside after a mistake by Shellshock. Basically gave him a little bit of dirty tyres. Dixon's trying to get involved in this, a little bit of contact that actually helps Shellshock out a little bit. Dixon backs out of the move completely, and that actually allows Fabuki back through into third. A little bit of contact will happen, especially when you're on very worn tyres like these guys are. The battle behind is spicing up as well. We're going to go and check back in on that when these guys cross the line. But for the time being, Shellshock currently winning out. Coming through nearly side by side, coming through the S's. This, just keep an eye on the time. They've got 15 seconds to go. This is going to be their last lap. As Dixon let's just have a look back what happened there. Dixon looked like he got it really unsettled on the curb. Yeah, he did. He got it really unsettled on the curb and just made contact with Fubuki, but again, he's just backed out of it and let Fubuki keep the place. This is then. Time runs out, 1 second to go. That's it. Final lap. Shellshock's gonna come through to take the win. Just gonna rewind it and see what happened to Dixon. So Shellshock does take the win. The Dondot takes second place. Fubuki does take third. Dixon, with dirty tyres, I think just clips the grass on the outside, on the left hand side that you can see there. Yeah, more than clips it, hits the wall. So there's your top three to come across the line. Dixon is going to get fourth eventually. Thundercat's going to grab fifth. Shadowhunter actually came out victorious in that little battle for sixth. So he's going to come home to grab sixth place. Manu, is he not? No, he completely messes it up. Comes home in eighth eventually. Celebrated maybe a little bit too early there. There you go. So there goes Chris back, there goes Adey Ferry. Down to 8 for you, my friend. Real 72 man brings it home in 9th after slamming on the handbrake as well. Dejku, a fair way back for Dejku. Now let's watch Dejku then before we round up the season. He's going to come home for the final 10th place spot. Pete is still going around in auto drive, he's miles behind. Been lapped as well, so he will just finish on the timer. For some reason Dejku's wipers are going. Don't know what button is pressed to make that happen, but either way, it's guaranteed it wasn't raining at the time of filming. Thanks for the handbrake, mate. Appreciate that. Alright then, so that's the season done. 14 races in total. Yeah, God knows how much blood, sweat and tears went into that, but that's the longest season we've ever had. 9 leagues in total as well. So up on your screen now is the final confirmed standings of the Elite 2 lobby. So apologies for my little calculus mistake earlier on, just my bad maths. So at the top we have Fubuki scoring 208 points, so a great result for Fubuki. The Don Dotter driving for HKS, 199 points for the Don Dotter, but don't forget he didn't race every single week. I think he missed a week. And then you got Shellshock, a really good year, where you see what I mean. Really good season for Shellshock. 162 points for him, so he clinches third. And then the final promotion spot goes to Adey Ferry on 142 points. It was very close between him and Thundercat in the end. That was one of the little battles to be looking out for. That's kind of what made me think when I was watching that race that Adey Ferry could be going up here, because I remember him and Thundercat being pretty close on points. And you got Real 72 man, 128 points for him. He's just clear of J Will. Jay didn't race all the season. He was blistering it in the first half, and then he just stopped racing, so he just fell down the order. Big Baz, another one that stopped racing halfway through the season, 114 points, just puts him ahead of Shadowhunter on 113. Shadowhunter does just pip Dixon. That was a rivalry that we watched throughout the season, so that was just how many points? 5 points in that one. Then the relegation zones. Dejku unfortunately is in the relegation zone just. Then you got P, who did join late in on the season, and then Tosh and Commando Effect I think only raced 1 round each, so limited racing for those guys. So that's it from me. Thanks for tuning into the videos on a weekly basis. I do appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like button, and drop a comment below with what you'd like to see on the channel next. That's it from me though. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.